Working with recruiters. Activity 3. Find recruiters that look for QA professionals in your target market. By the way, depending on the context, the term recruiter can refer to a recruiting agency or a person or both. Your target market is a certain geographical area where you want to look for work, for example, New York or Bangalore. Here are 4 recruitment websites that you want to use if you look for tech employment in the United States. LinkedIn.com, Dice.com, Indeed.com, Monster.com. Let's call them the Big 4. Your purpose is to find recruiters who specialize in tech jobs in your target market. In order to find recruiters, go to any of the Big 4 sites and do a search with keywords QA test. Make sure to enter the correct city and state for your target market. When you do search, you'll see both direct openings from employers and listings from recruiters. At this point, you are interested in recruiters only. Once you find a recruiter, email him your resume, and in the email body, introduce yourself and express that you want to talk to somebody on the phone about your career in software testing. Most likely, you'll get a fast reply. Brain positioning. Searching for tech recruiters and communicating with them might take hours of your time, and it's okay. Remember that job search is a job itself. During each stage of your job hunt, you'll have to compete with other people, and if you do it smartly and with passion, perseverance, and patience, you will get ahead of others, and that's what you want. Create a note or file where you'll save info about recruiting companies and recruiters you've contacted. We'll show you an example of this file at the end of this lesson. Each of these recruiters is your potential business partner. Brain positioning. Recruiters are basically matchmakers who try to connect software companies with potential employees or consultants. The great thing about recruiters is that they are interested in your employment or your contract because they will get a nice commission out of it. Software companies often pay recruiters tens of thousands of dollars per candidate for a job. It's understandable that recruiters are more than willing to help you in your search. If you win, they win too. Recruiters are more than willing to talk to you. Once you are on the phone, tell the recruiter about your situation and ask for advice and guidance. Show your attitude and remember that your success is their success. They're not helping you for free. Some important things to find out from recruiters are the state of a job market, nuances of local employment, and current trends. Example. Let's say that a recruiter tells you that your target market, for example, some city in California, has a prevalence of startups that develop software for the mobile phones. What shall you do? Go ahead and read about wireless technologies and about the testing of mobile software. Don't be shy to ask recruiters what they think about your resume. They can give you very valuable feedback and guidelines. They are professionals who deal with resumes every single day. Make sure to add people you talk to your LinkedIn network. Be proactive and don't think twice about sending LinkedIn Connect requests. There is nothing wrong with that. Once you have established connections with recruiters, you have representatives who will be promoting you to software companies. Not bad at all considering that you pay nothing for it. Keep checking for a new job posting, update your list of recruiters, and communicate with them every day. Looking for a job is also a job. The least a recruiter can do for you is to give you a piece of advice. The most a recruiter can do for you is set up an interview with a potential employer at an actual software company. Main actions of Activity 3. 1. Establish contacts with many recruiters. 2. Get advice from them on how to find a job. 3. Get feedback about your resume and, if needed, change it. Launching campaign for self-promotion. Activity 4. Launch a campaign dedicated to self-promotion. Although there can be a great deal of help from the recruiters, don't just sit and wait for a call from them. You should start an aggressive campaign to promote yourself. Approach 1. Create a profile and post your resume on all of the Big 4 websites. Also, update your social status on LinkedIn and Facebook to looking for a junior QA job in your target market. By the way, of course, you are not limited to the Big Four. There are hundreds of employment websites, so go ahead and keep posting your resume. Get maximum exposure. Approach 2. Start sending your resume to as many employers and recruiters as possible. Send your resume to hundreds of recipients. Yes, you've heard that right. Send your resume to hundreds of companies. Approach 1 is a passive search. Your resume is bait waiting for somebody, for example, a recruiter going through posted resumes, to get interested and contact you. Once your resume is posted, it works for you 24/7 while you sleep, eat, play Xbox, and waste your life in other pleasant ways. Approach 2 is an active search. You promote yourself by actively sending your resume. As a response to a specific posting about an open position, you can find out about open positions by A. Browsing posts on the Big Four and other employment websites. B. Visiting the website of a software company. C. Visiting the website of a recruiting agency. As an offer of your testing services to employers or recruiters that didn't post matching positions, as you already know, every software company is interested in motivated, hardworking, entry-level testers. Brain positioning. Once again, job hunting for a first job will take hours and hours of hard work, and you'll have only one type of fuel to keep you going. That fuel is called hope. Do not lose hope, even if your job search will be hard and disappointing, because the search for a first job is almost always hard and disappointing. Be ready for hard work, do your part, and all good things will come to you. Let's talk about nuances. The resume is just a template, and in many cases it makes sense to adjust it for a particular position. Example: if company's product is online payments and you have education and/or experience in finances, you want to modify your resume to put the emphasis on that education and/or experience in order to make your resume more attractive. While in the majority of cases you'll be sending your main resume, a few special cases will require that you adjust your resume for a specific position. We know testers who have been hired for highly paid jobs just because of the relevant education or job experience. The logic is simple. It's much easier to learn software testing than quantum physics. By the way, if you are already employed by some company that has software development going, like a company website, you can do an internal transfer to the QA department, or you can establish a QA department yourself. Just talk to your colleagues to see if there is a need for QA help and offer your QA skills. This way you can leverage your excellent reputation inside your company and start QA work without all the hardship that a person from the street will go through to get a job. This is a very effective approach, and it's used by our students very often. By the way, if you want to target job postings for entry-level QAs only, you can use these key phrases for your search on recruitment websites: junior tester, entry-level QA, junior QA, entry-level tester. Apart from the resume, your self-presentation can include the cover letter. On the one hand, the cover letter is a tool to share some things that might be not appropriate on your resume. For example, your personal passion and excitement about the position and the software company. On the other hand, the cover letter gives you an extra way to communicate your attitude. Don't be afraid to include these 3 lines in both your resume and your cover letter. I'm ready to work unlimited hours. I'm ready to work on weekends and holidays. I'm ready to work for any amount of money. Be prepared for the fact that 98% of all positions will not be for entry-level testers. Should that stop you from applying? Of course not. That's the whole idea. For your first job, you have to pave your way using unorthodox approaches to be successful. And if some company needs testers with any level of experience, just send them your resume with or without a cover letter, depending on the situation. Even if the recruiter or potential employer might not need you or might have a good laugh at your resume or just ignore it, who cares? You have a brick wall in front of you, and it's up to you to break through it. Brain positioning. Here is another reason why 98% of the positions require many years of testing experience. Let's assume that today, let's say on November 23rd, the software testing doesn't exist as a profession. We can guarantee you that if somebody needs a software tester on November 24th, they will require in their job posting that 5 years of software testing experience is a must. And this is not really a joke. In many cases, the requirements listed in the job description are unreal and unreasonable. But don't let this kill your passion. Remember, this is just a game, so now you, too, know the rules. Another argument for sending your resume, and if needed, your cover letter to as many as possible software companies is the possibility that the company is actually getting ready to hire an entry-level tester, so you'll save them the trouble of posting and searching for the right candidate. Now you have a great advantage because you have just learned one of the most important things about hunting for your first job. In order to find your first job, you have to shoot at all targets: invisible, passive search, and visible, active search. To summarize visible targets, you will want to look for testing positions posted on recruitment websites, for example, LinkedIn.com. Testing positions posted on software companies' websites, for example, PayPal.com. Software companies in your target market, even if they don't have testing positions open. Email them your resume anyway. Keep track of all the resumes you send in a separate note or file. You can use the table below as an example. The last column, Documents, should have a link to the file with your resume, cover letter, and any other files you've sent to that specific recipient. Brain positioning. Don't be shy about promoting yourself. There is nothing to be shy about. You're not asking for a favor. This is just business. Once you are hired, not only you will benefit. The recruiter, if one was part of the hiring process, will get a sweet commission. The company will get better quality software. Everyone wins here. So shoot all targets and good luck. Main actions of Activity 4. 1. Send out as many resumes as possible. 2. Don't get discouraged. If you work smart and hard, you will get invited for the interview. Lesson recap. 1. The big 4 websites for those looking for employment in the U.S. are LinkedIn.com, Dice.com, Indeed.com, Monster.com. 2. A recruiter is the best friend of a job hunter. 3. Job hunting is a job itself. 4. Don't be shy about asking recruiters what they think about your resume. They can give you valuable feedback and guidelines. 5. Keep checking for new job postings, update your list of recruiters, and communicate with them every day. 6. If you are already employed by some company that has software development going, like a company website, you can do an internal transfer to the QA department, or you can establish a QA department yourself. 7. The resume is just a template, and in many cases it makes sense to adjust it for a particular position. 8. In order to find your first job, you have to shoot at all targets: invisible, passive search, and visible, active search. 9. Don't be shy about promoting yourself. There is nothing to be shy about. You're not asking for a favor. This is just business. 10. The main point of your cover letter should be, I'm ready to work unlimited hours. I'm ready to work on weekends and holidays. I'm ready to work for any amount of money.